Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What is jazz? Jazz is the feeling and emotional upheaval of the cataclysmic creation of the inner dynamic of reverberating vibration. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What is jazz? Jazz is the sound of the wind in a storm. Jazz is a wild wave breaking against the shore. Jazz is a mountain. Jazz is a swinging desert. Jazz is a purple bird flying amidst the amorphosis. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What is jazz? Jazz is a pencil sharpener. Jazz is a frying pan. Jazz is a handball court. Jazz is a beautiful woman whose older brother is a policeman. What is jazz? I don't know.
Tonight, People to People takes you to Chicago to meet one of the leading exponents of the modern school of jazz, Mr. Progress Hornsby. Progress, can we get on with our discussion of jazz?
I would be most hydraulically lifted too, sir.
Isn't it true that jazz originated in New Orleans before World War I?
There was a war?
Oh, yes.
How did we come out?
We won.
Solid.
Progress, I know you've been playing a good many years.
I'm hip, sir.
Have you ever played Europe?
Who published it?
No, I mean Europe, the continent across the ocean. Progress, I know that you've played with many of the all-time jazz greats. Would you say who is the most outstanding of all these musicians?
Well, without a doubt, man, it's Fats Fidelio.
Oh, yes, the great...
Fats Fidelio,
yes,
you've heard of him.
The great trumpet man, he was the first man to hit a C above high C.
That's the legend man. But the truth is that I was here, right here in this apartment 10 years ago, the night that Fats blew a high M.
An M? I thought the scale stopped at G.
Not for the brave, sir. You see, Fats was courageous like it. He hit an M, then he went for a high R above S.
And what happened to him?
Fats Fidelio has become the world's first space station. He blew himself out of this world. He is now circling this earth at a fine tempo. Ah, Fats, there he goes now, man.
Progress, I understand you've just completed a new album.
Yes, it's on the Condemned label.
Is it some special sort of hi-fi?
Oh, man, this is the highest they've ever fied. If they fire any higher than this, they're gonna foo. And when they start to foo, I want to be there when they do, man. Yes, sir.
Progress, it's too bad, Progress, that we can't have a sample of your music.
Oh, I always have a band in my apartment. What's the apartment without a band?
Tell me, Progress, what do you call your band?
We call ourselves the Garlambada Orchestra. We get a lot of work that way, otherwise we'd starve instantly.
Progress, can we meet the members of your band?
Wishing will make it so. On first trumpet, we have the late Fats Fidelio. On the 88, we have Johnson 66. On the bongos, we have the incredible Johnny Shrinko. On the siren, we have Pop Screaming Yo-Yo. And on the inimitable Nicto Barada, we have on radar.
You have radar in your band?
Oh, 'tis très nécessaire, sir. Whenever we play, we must be warned in case we approach the melody.
I see. Well, what are you going to play for us this evening?
Our latest recording, a song not yet heard anywhere. It's the national anthem of the moon. So if you're one of those creatures, stand up and salute or do that thing that you do, whatever you say. Ready? 3, 2, 1, let's blast off.
Tonight, we'd like to turn our ominous spotlight on music, more specifically the modern school of jazz. And to help enlighten us, we are proud to have with us this evening one of the foremost authorities in the new sounds in jazz. He has gone from the hot jazz to the cool jazz and now developed it into the frozen school of jazz. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Progress Hornsby. Mr. Hornsby. With your Progress, with your bizarre approach to music, you have developed quite a cult of followers.
Mr. Cookie, you ain't just waving your tongue in your choppers. I have followers in every one of the glorious 49 states of America.
Mr. Progress, I'm
off balance and I'm going.
I'm sorry. I'm sure you're aware of the fact that we have 48 states only.
Haven't you heard, man? Voidland has been recognized. Our first official act was to break off diplomatic relations with Guy Lombardo. And we have recalled our ambassador to Wayne King, yes.
I didn't realize that. Would you tell us what there is about your music that attracts the vast following?
I would be my so hydraulically percolated to show you what it is. I have been giving the cats a new sound. Everything I do has been amplified. In fact, I have my saxophone electrically soundified.
You mean your saxophone is plugged into the wall?
No, I am plugged into the wall. I supply the power, so don't come near me because you'll be in danger, sir.
Progress, tell me, you've been playing a good number of years.
I'm hip, yes, sir.
Have you ever played Europe?
Who published it?
Progress, I mean the continent, the ocean, across the...
Oh, you mean Europe, across the ocean, many times by bus.
Progress, you can cross the ocean by bus.
That could be.
Well, tell us, Progress, what is your latest musical venture?
Well, when I came back from Europe by bus, I went into my latest venture, which is recording. I made a recording on the Condemned label.
Imagine it's a pretty wild sound.
Wild? It's the wildest sound. They have to put the record in a cage when it comes out, sir. You can't buy it without a doctor's prescription, you understand? Excuse me if we break off this talk. I have to go now and feed my suit.
Yes, well, before you go, I wonder if you could give us a sample from your new album.
I certainly would be most habilitated to. Yes, sir. Would you wait a moment?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is going to give us an example, but I don't know how. You don't have any orchestra.
Would you hold this thing for me? Watch out, because you're going to get electrocuted.
Yes, well...
I'm going to play now with my band. Ready, boys?
I just was explaining to the people the band isn't here.
Oh, no, the band is in Chicago, but they're thinking here. You understand?
I see.
Are you ready, boys? 1, 2...